Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. Long time. So today we're making a crop shirt with Ankara, and this outfit is very simple. You follow the step-by-step explanation I'll be giving. So let's get right into the making of the shirt. So the first thing you do is to get your Ankara. I've used this Ankara before, so that's why it's cut below. So we'll be using it like that. So what I have left will be enough for my shirt. What I have left will be enough for my crop shirt. So we'll measure my circumference, my measurement, my round measurement first. So for my round measurement, I'll put in mind that my round measurement, the biggest size of my body in the round measurement, which is my hip, is what I'll be working with. So my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. The 2 inches are for my ease allowance and for my sewing allowance. So that's what I'll be folding my fabric on. You can see, so I have my fabric folded on 11 and some extra, not up to 12 inches though. So I'm measuring from the higher side and the lower side to ensure that it is the same, because the fabric was not cut evenly. Remember I said I used it for an outfit before. So let's get right into what putting our measurements. So from our measurements, I'll not be starting from the top. I'll go down by 1 inch. That will be for my sewing allowance for the top. So I'm starting from that 1 inch. So after measuring that, I'll start taking my measurement from that line. So I'll be taking my first measurement will be my armhole measurement plus 1 inch divided by 2. My armhole is 15 plus 1, that's 16 divided by 2. I have 8. So I'll be measuring on 8. Remember I said we are sewing a shirt, so a shirt should not be too tight. So that's why I'm adding these ease allowances. So after that, I'll not be adding my bust measurement, that is my shoulder to bust, not my round bust now. My shoulder, so I'm going straight to my waist. That is my round waist, my upper waist. Then for my waist to the length of the top will be 18.5 inches, and I have 1.5 inches left to sew the hem of the shirt. So after that, I'll rule the lines for us to see it very well. Then I'll take my round measurements on those lines. So on the second line, which is my armhole line, I'll be placing my round bust measurements divided by 4 plus 2 inches to it. So my round measurement divided by 4 is 8.5 plus 2 inches, I have 10.5. So I'll be marking that. Then I'll be moving to my waist. I also add 2 inches to my waist measurement divided by 4. So assuming I was making a box shirt, I won't need this waist measurement. I'll just take my line straight from the top, the bust side, down to my hip. That is the length of the shirt straight down. So, but this is not a box shirt. So for this, I'll be taking my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches also, and I'll mark it. Then I'll join my lines together. Please note that this is my back pattern, which I'll be using to make my front pattern. So let's do the upper part of the shirt, that is my neck area. So now I'll be going to my shoulder. The line there will be where I'll be using for my shoulder, and I'll place my shoulder measurement there. My shoulder measurement is 14, but I added 1 inch, which is 15, and I divided by 2, which is 7.5. So that is what I'm using, and I'll draw a straight line. So I place it both on the shoulder line and on the armhole line, and that is where I'll be creating my curve. So to create my curve, I'll divide my armhole line by 2. That is the straight armhole line now, by 2. Then I'll go in by 1 inch or 0.5 depending on how deep you want it. So sometimes I do not do that. I just use my curve ruler to create the curve, but sometimes I do it. So, and also I'll come down on that place by 1 inch, like you can see I did. And on my neck, I'll be using 3 inches for the wideness, and for the depth, I'll be using 1 inch. So I'll join all my lines together. I'll draw my curves, and I'll draw my armhole curve also, and my back pattern is ready to be cut. And also note that I did not add allowance for my neck and my armhole side, so I'll be doing that when I'm cutting it out. You see it when I'm cutting it out. I'll add my 0.5 inches allowance. That is why I have that space at the top, that 1 inch space. So I'll be able to cut my allowance at the top also. And also my allowance for my armhole, I have space there to add. I'll add 0.5 inches to cut it out. So my back pattern is ready. I'll be using it to cut my front pattern. And to cut my front pattern, I'll be needing excess 2 inches at the midpoint. Remember, it's going to have a button, or it is a shirt to have a buttonhole. So the button area is where I'll be having the extra 2 inches. So I'll be measuring 2 inches at the midpoint. So that's just the difference basically between the back and the front. And also another difference is the neck. The neck is going to be lower than the back. So 2 inches, you can see I've measured my 2 inches. So I'll be cutting out my front pattern first. Before I cut out the neckline, I'll cut out the sides first. So I've cut out my front pattern, they're not completely. Now let's do the neckline. So remember that on the back, I measured 1 inch for the neckline. I came down by 1 inch. So easiest thing is just to add what 2 inches from there to 2 inches. So that's giving us like 3 inches for the front. So remember, so it's 3 inches I measured for the front, but because I measured 1 from the back, I just used that line to measure 2 inches to go down by 2 inches. So that's 3 inches taken from the front. And I'll rule a straight line first. Remember, that's my button area. Then I'll join my cuff from the shoulder to that line. So I'll cut out the neckline, not directly on the line, but 0.5 inch above the line. Remember, we need our sewing allowance to join her collar. So I'll cut that out, and my front is ready. So after cutting that out, I'll divide. Remember, this fabric is on fold, so you have to divide it into two to have my two fronts. You know, it has to be left and right. Then we have the buttons to button them together. So I'll cut it into two, and that is ready. So this is my front pattern, the left and the right side. It is ready. So now I'll be taking the sewing machine to sew. First, I'll be doing my buttonhole area, and I'll be showing you how I'll be doing that. First, I'll fold. You can see the way I turned it. This is the wrong side, so I'm folding on 0.5 first. So you can actually iron stay on that part on your buttonhole area first if you want, but ensure you are using a very soft stay. So I'll be folding on 0.5. After folding on 0.5, I'll fold on 1 inch. Fold on 1 inch, then I'll sew. Can you see that? Yes, so that's how I'll be sewing. So you can actually also iron it first so it will lie flat and to make your sewing very easy. So after I finish sewing, I will join my shoulders together and my sides. Then I'll come back to show you how I'll be doing the collars. So this is it. I've joined them together. You can see my shirt is already taking shape almost. So I've joined the sides. I've joined the shoulders together. So I've done my buttonhole area also. And that is it. You can see my stitch. So the next thing I'll be doing is to measure the neck. Now I'll measure the neck round to know what I have there. So what I have there will determine the length of the collar I'll be cutting. So I have this curve measurements, or should I say ruler, that I used to measure curve area also. So that is also easier because you can actually bend it. You can fold it to any shape and size to measure curves. Okay, but for this purpose, I'll still be using my tape rule for us all to see. So I'm using my tape rule actually to measure what we have on the neckline, and what we have will determine what we use to cut our collar, like I said. So I have 16.5 here. That is how the wideness of my collar will be, to be 16.5. So after that, I'll join my sleeves, then I'll do the hem of my shirt. So for my collar, I need a wideness of 7 inches. So on fold, that will be 3.5 inch. So measuring 3.5, you can see I folded it into two. So 3.5 unfold. Then for my length or the wideness, remember we measured 16.5 for the length. So I'll be adding 1 inch, which will be what my sewing allowance for the sides. So I'll be measuring 17.5 and I'll be marking it. So I'm ensuring that this looks a little bit curved, not straight. So I'm ensure that my 3.5 is equal on each side from that side to the other side. So I have to adjust that to make it what 3.5. So after doing that, I'll cut it out. So this is my collar now. So let's work on it. So it is on fold. Remember, it is on fold. So I would get the midpoint for that side. You can use your tape or you just bend it like that, fold the fabric like that, and get the midpoint. You mark it. After you marked it, on that midpoint, I'll be going in by 1 inch. Please note, I said 1 inch. So I'll be folding it like this so that what I want to do will be easier for me to cut. You can see I folded it. So after folding that, I'll mark the top also by 1 inch also. See, I've gone in by 1 inch. So I'll take it up like that, straight down. So note that that place I'm taking up to is the folded part, the place where the fold is. Yes, so I'll be cutting it. So you can also make your slant if you want to, but I'll be leaving mine like this. So I'll be cutting it like that. And this is what I have. So after doing this, I'll sew on the sides on 0.5 inch. Noted I've added 1 inch allowance, so that is 0.5 for both sides. So I'll be sewing on both sides on 0.5 inch, and I'll show you how I'll be fixing it on the neck of my shirt. So I've sewn on the sides. Now I'll turn it out and ensure you notch before turn it out so that the cuffed area will be able to be flat when you iron them. It will not be keeping some squeeziness or so. So notching it gives it flatness when you iron it. It makes it very flat. So I'll be joining it on the neck of my shirt now. So I'll be joining it on the shirt. So the first thing I'll do is I'll take my shirt and the collar. You can see I'm doing it. The first part of the collar, it is two mouths now. So the first mouth, you open it up and you join it to the neck round first. Join to the neck. So I'm pinning it for us to see. So after doing that, I'm pinning it round now. So after doing that, you take it, the second part. You see how I folded it in, then you stitch on top of it round. So my shirt is ready. I've done it. Can you see? I've stitched it. That's it. I've done the collar. I've added my sleeves. For my sleeves, you need to watch. I have a video on how to make sleeves. So the only difference between that normal sleeves and this was that I added extra 2 inches to the roundness because I did not want the sleeve to be too fitted. So the sleeves, and I've done the hem. Remember, I have 1.5 inches for my hem. So I folded the way I folded for my buttonhole. I folded it. Then I've done my buttonholes. I've added my button. So the way I did for my buttonhole, remember I did 0.5, then I folded on 1 inch. So that's how I did my hem, and that's it. My shirt is ready. You can see it's weaved and ready. So that's all. Thank you so much for watching. If this tutorial has been so helpful, please like, share, comment. Let me know your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to sew on, or a tutorial you want me to do also. Remember, we're family. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.